बिल्कुल थोड़ी वॉल्यूम डाउन कर दोगे? थैंक यू सो मच।
आप एग्जीक्यूटिव कोई नहीं होते हैं तो आप लोग ड्राफ्ट जो रीजन है समझ में नहीं आ रहा
कमिटी टाइम में एक्सप्लेन करेंगे।
कौन सी बात
कमिटी टाइम में एक्सप्लेन कर देंगे कमिटी स्टार्ट मैसेज पर क्या करेंगे
दोनों को किया नाम
कुछ नहीं
नाम को मुझे ना
सब बोलते हैं आइडिया किसे पसंद है
एंड वो भी लास्ट में करो
कौन इंग्लिश में लड़की
बड़ी काश
वाओ
दो ही मैं वो चूट बहुत ही तीन मैं लड़ा 2 महीने बाद मिलते हैं
आज इंग्लिश का क्लास है
पाको
तो गई नहीं है ना देखना तो पहले दिन ही है क्लास
मेरा ये
दूसरा बोलेंगे
हरीश
अरे वो प्लान कुछ भी जो
देना
कौन सा टेस्ट बुक आ रही है वो फोन पे
ना मैंने वो भी किया अभी
इतना कम हो रहा है
2 रुपए दे दूंगा बैठे ना साइड पे आज पाउच में लेके ना पॉकेट में तेल लेके जाए
ऐसे बढ़िया
चलेगी ना आगे आओ होती है बोलिए तो आगे
और इसका नाम
इंग्लिश का क्लास है तो पूछना तो मुझे नाम लिखना
तेरा नाम नहीं है
दूसरे सिग्नेचर भी है
इसका
तेरा दो से चलिए बोलते
एक ही लड़की है
I just copying him. Muradi is good at career.
हमारे घर पे बैक क्लास में
अरे
Excellent now. Came back.
my wife
Exactly लग रहा है. Admin को पसंद नहीं आएगा तो से राइट.
वो हाँ
Admin को civilized लोग पसंद है कहीं नहीं
पर वो नहीं
तो फिर तो व्यूम को भी पसंद नहीं
नहीं एडमिन को पत्थर भी पसंद है फिर तो उसको उसके साथ शिफ्ट कर दो एडमिन को कुछ भी पसंद आ सकता है
पत्थर तो व्यूम को पसंद नहीं
क्या भी हो नहीं बट एडमिन इज प्रीटी हाँ शी इज वेरी प्रीटी हमारे स्कूल में
प्रैक्टिस अच्छी
यस
ये अच्छा लिखता है बट
कल हमने एक इंस्ट्रक्शन दी
कौन
हम ऊपर में वो इंस्ट्रक्शन दे रहे थे
क्या
हेडिंग से पूछ ले कैसा लिखता है
मैं क्यों पूछूं वो तुम्हारी बोलने वाली
किसका नाम
कितना अरे नहीं एडमिन ना वो हर किसी को हाँ बोल देती तू क्यों मनी कर रहा है ब्रो उसको अरे वो तू वही बहुत दुनिया में सबको ट्रीट करती थी क्यों मनी कर रहा है सबकी बात आती है उसके चर्च के 2-3 बॉयफ्रेंड हैं फिर ऐसे स्कूल में 2-3 लड़के सब
लाइट तो चालू है
जीवन कोई गर्लफ्रेंड नहीं मरती
लाइट तो
अरे चंदा कोई सुनता नहीं है
सुनते
कौन सुन
मैम ने बोला 3-4 मेरे को फोन
जब तक पार्टिसिपेंट 0 रहता तब तक कोई नहीं सुनता
मैं तो दिखा नहीं रही अपने पार्टिसिपेंट
मैं इधर ही बैठी हूँ
मजा आता है
स्कूल में सारे तो जीवन लिखने वाले लड़के जिनकी कोई और नहीं पढ़ती है सब एडमिन स्कूल के एलिवेटर में ना राउंडर से सब है Arnab loves admin, this one loves admin, everyone loves admin bro. तू क्यों नहीं कर सकता?
मतलब इन शॉर्ट तेरे को झिंगुरी बोला जा रहा है
ये झिंगुरी as in like स्कूल में
आज वन इन माय माइंड
नहीं बहुत दौड़ के आता मत बोला कर the weirdest thing ever.
अबे लाइक मुझसे कौन बोलता है
ये गधे को कौन
ये विषय जाएगा और देख ना सकते
लास्ट सीनियर्स क्लास में कौन बोल रहा है क्या नया कॉलेज में
त्रिशा तो थी
अबे
ए विदा देखना किस लड़की का नाम है कॉलेज में
सारा
आयशा
नाइशा की छुट्टी ले
नाइशा
नाइशा
नहीं
तीन ही लड़कियां
व्योम व्योम
हाँ व्योम
एडमिन लिखते हैं व्योम के नाम व्योम एडमिन व्योम हेलो
Do I see new faces?
Let's do
Three also.
he also wow Bhavya is not coming today
No, because we are doing this, no?
let's go
And there was one more guy, no, here. He's absent.
everyone loves it.
Everyone is absent. Good.
In our school we are done till 2 stories were no sorry tiger in the
Science, maths, message.
science तुम्हारा स्कूल से बड़ी
That's okay. That's okay. Okay, let's first find out homework.
आपने करने से मना किया you asked us not to do it
Okay, okay. Let's find out. What's your name? Daksh. Okay, you're from same Huda.
none of them are from
Daksh. Then Sorry.
Pareen.
Pareen. Okay.
N.
And Pareen. Okay. Pareen, you're from
Uda.
Uda. Oh.
View. All that.
Vyom, you're from Uda. Okay. So we have Podar, 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 Podar. Orchids. Good job. Let's start.
Which one?
We'll do a letter to God.
That's the most boring one. Please
Oh.
skip that. This is so boring. Please skip that.
And the deep story.
Mom, the thief story. Please.
Let's do a letter to God and then we'll
This is the worst chapter ever. I don't want to read it.
हाँ
पढ़ना पड़ेगा
हाँ सब पढ़ेंगे एक मिनट
क्यों? Why? Can we start off with the better chapter?
sorry
This.
First
you
slide.
have first flight
We
Bring.
how many of you don't have first flight
Mom, let's start with the more interesting story.
1 minute first flight है क्या
Triangle.
1 minute हर एक बेंच पे एक है why don't you shift here
Mom, he's supposed to.
sit alone over there.
Yeah.
okay but then he doesn't have a textbook
तब कोई और कर देगा फिर दूसरा footprints without the
now whenever we have
First slide.
text if it is not grammar and we'll do some 2 to 3 lessons after that only we'll have next class we'll have grammar and because I have to call Navya so you will bring both the books basically when you come you bring both the books
Can we skip out on the Navya part? Let's not do grammar. I don't like grammar. Please.
You don't know grammar or you don't know.
That's a good question. Neither.
Can ask a question.
Not a topic to be discussed.
Oh.
so if we have hey, do you mind coming and sitting here he won't because he needs a book he doesn't have a book
Okay, pass.
do you have your universal
Yes.
at least we carry this
No, God, we didn't go.
you haven't got
You were absent.
you were absent
50 marks.
okay now will you go and ask because they will give you this because there are we do most of the exercises from here and it goes pretty well okay just go and check no if they have just one of you
Not your whole group.
Community service with the community.
just ask them for the
ID card.
The next one.
now a letter to God looks like you all have done this lesson
Yes, ma'am.
Unfortunately, yes. The most dreadful 40 minutes I've spent in my exam was this chapter.
so tell me what is the moral of the story what is
That's
letter to
not the
God.
moral. That is not the moral.
We should have.
Okay.
No, that is also not the moral.
don't judge a book by its
Okay,
cover
no.
Okay.
There's a different interpretation of this chapter altogether.
Okay. Okay, I'll tell you. Who will tell me the gist of the story?
Me. Please.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you so much. Lenche is a farmer who was expecting rain this year to probably have a good harvest. But unfortunately, instead of raining, it started hailing, which meant that huge blocks of ice started falling from the sky and it destroyed his crops entirely. He was very upset over the fact that his crops were destroyed and he really wanted God to
Help him.
repay him for the losses that he created. So he wrote him a letter. He did not know any address, so he just wrote to God because he assumed that the postman might know the address to God. He went and he posted the letter and the postmaster read it because curiosity got the best of him and he realized who writes a letter to God with no address, nothing, is just a letter to God, which was surprising. So when the postmaster read the letter, he maybe laughed to himself and the other postman about how funny he thought it was, but he
Yeah. Actually,
But then, where was I? I forgot to. Yeah, the postmaster and the postman started laughing on the fact that, but then they felt guilty, right? Because he's a man who lost everything and his family will be starving this year. And he had made a small demand of 100 pesos, which was not so small if you think about at that time. And he hoped that God would pay him 100 pesos so that he can maybe sow the crops again or maybe get through this time of the harvest. The postmaster decided to collect the money and give it to Lecho. He asked his friends and his employees to maybe in the name of charity give him the 100 pesos. He himself put in money, but at the end of the day, he could only make 70 pesos. He put them in the letter, and when Lecho came back, he gave Lecho the money, but he was very disappointed. Not because maybe he realized it was not from God, because he thought God did not give him enough money. Then he realized that it was not God who did not give him money. He thought the postmen were a bunch of goons who took away his money, his fair share of the rest of the 30 pesos.
Okay.
He wrote another letter in which he said, "Do not give me the money directly, not through the postman, because they took away my money."
Yeah. So, what is the moral of the story?
People don't have faith in each other anymore. That's the moral I understood.
We should rest.
Sorry, we should
Rest each other.
trust each other. Okay. Okay. First moral, we can say that let's faith is powerful. He had faith in God and he believed that the money he got is from the God, and he can, things can become better with God's help. So he had this complete faith in God. So faith is powerful. Of course, you shouldn't have blind faith. But faith does help overcome grief. The second moral of the story is sometimes your generosity is not well appreciated. Because you're generous does not mean your generosity will be appreciated always. But that doesn't stop you from doing good things. Sometimes, in spite of you being helpful, generous, it is possible that you may get blamed for wrongdoings. Yet, well, yet, you shouldn't stop doing good things. So, there are two things in this lesson. Though it looks like a very simple lesson, one tells us about power of faith. This man, he thought that God will help him, and that gave him power to survive and move on with life. Second, see, the people in the post office were really generous. This farmer was nobody of theirs. They didn't have to be generous and take out money and help him. They were generous, but yet in the end, their generosity was not appreciated by the farmer. So, of course, the farmer did not know. So, there are two morals you can say. Sometimes your generosity may not be appreciated. In fact, you might get blamed for wrongdoings. Yet, you shouldn't lose faith and keep on doing good things. So, let's read the lesson. This will be a good revision for you, though you have done the lesson once. And you'll end up learning the answers in this class only. And we'll start with our friend there. The house, the only one in the entire valley. Sat, yeah.
The house, the only one in the entire valley, sat on the left of the road. From this height, one could see the river and the field of ripe corn dotted with flowers that always promised a good harvest. The only thing the earth needed was a downpour or at least a shower. Throughout the morning, Lenzo, who knew his streets
Intimately.
had done nothing else but see the sky towards the northeast. Now we are really going to get some water, woman. The woman was preparing supper, replied, "Yes, good God willing." The older boys were worked in the field while the smaller ones were playing near the house until the woman called them all. "Come on for dinner." It was during the meal that just had that Joe had predicted big drops of rain began to fall in the northeast. Huge mountains of clouds would be approaching. The air was fresh and sweet. The man went out for no other reason than to have the pleasure of feeling the rain on his body, and when he returned, he exclaimed, "These aren't raindrops falling from the sky. They are new coins. The big drops are 10 cents pieces and little ones are 5."
Fine. Okay. So here you all know, uh, farming, agriculture depends completely on water. The good the rain, the better the rains, the better the harvest. Excess and low, both are bad. If you have too much of rain, bad for the crops. Too little rain, bad for the crops. So they say that the farmers therefore are very, very vulnerable. It's like they say the farmers, they usually keep, it's like, if you have money, you keep it safe in the locker. If you have precious things, jewelry, money, our jewelry money is safe in the locker. It is said that farmers, they have their property open in the sky, under the sky. If they have good harvest, they have good money. If they don't have good harvest, no money at all. So therefore, he says when he sees it raining, he says it's not raining drops, it's raining money. Big drops are 10 cents and small drops are 5 cents. Okay. Great.
With a sophisticated,
Satisfied?
satisfied expression, he regarded the field of ripe corn with its flower, wrapped in a curtain of rain. But suddenly a strong wind began to blow, and along with the rain, very large hailstones began to fall. This truly did
Resemble
resemble new silver coin. The boy, exposing themselves to the rain, ran out to collect the frozen
frozen
pearls.
pearls. Now it was nice till it was raining, and then suddenly it started hailstones. There was a hail shower, and if it is, and it's not just small hailstones, large hailstones began to fall. Yeah. What happened then?
It's really getting bad, exclaimed the man. I hope it
Passes quickly.
passes quickly. It did not pass quickly. For an hour, the hail rained on the house, the garden, the hillside, the cornfield, on the whole valley. The field was white, as if covered with salt. Not a leaf remained on the trees. The corn was totally destroyed. The flower was gone from the plant. Lenjo's soul was filled with sadness. When the storm had passed, he stood in the middle of the field and said to his son,
A plague of
locusts would have left more than this. The hail has left nothing. This year we will have no corn. That night was a
Sorrowful one.
sorrowful one. All our work for nothing. There's no one who can help us. We will all go hungry this year.
Unfortunately, instead of just rains, they got hailstorm. Not for few minutes, for hours. And the whole field got covered with the hail. Ice. Hail is basically ice. Rocks of ice. Sorry? Ice stones. Yes. Have you seen hailstorm?
Yes.
Hail. Not hailstorm. Hail. Acha. So you've seen
I've seen hails. I used to live in the north side in Gurugram. So it would hail every now and then every 2 years. And once I tried collecting the hailstones and putting them in the freezer because I thought they were really
okay. You can't go out when it starts hailing because then it just hits you.
It hurts.
Hurts a lot. Yes. So it always damages. If they are small in size, they don't cause as much damage. But if they are big in size, then they cause a dent on the cars. So I don't know about India, but outside where there is the hailstorms are often, they have special insurance against hailstorm. So
India does not provide that.
I don't think, because it's not, we don't
not
experience,
common,
yeah,
yes.
we don't experience such huge
Because
hailstorms.
of the subtropical climate.
Hailstones. So here, unfortunately, Lencho's entire crop failed. There was not a single corn in the field. No flowers, no leaves remained because of the hailstorm. And they realized that with that, the whole year
They're so hungry.
they go hungry. Fine. But in the hearts of all who lived in that solitary house in the middle of the valley, there was a single hope: help from God. Don't be so upset. Even though this seems like total loss, remember, no one dies of hunger. That's what they say. No one dies of hunger. All through the night, Lencho thought only of this one hope: the help of God, whose eyes, as he had been instructed, see everything, even what is deep in one's conscience. See, he was always told that God's eyes see everything, even what is in your conscience, deep in your mind, even he will understand that. So he knew that he does not, his crop has failed, but there will be a help. Who will help him? God. Sorry?
Can I do?
Yeah, sure. Let me complete this passage, then we'll. Lencho, where did I stop, by the way?
Lencho was an ox.
Okay, read, Varun.
Lencho was an ox of a man, working like an animal in the fields, but still he knew how to write. The following Sunday at daybreak, he began to write a letter which he himself would carry to town and place in the mail. It was nothing less than a letter to God. God, he wrote, if you don't help me, my family and I will go hungry this year. I need 100 pesos in order to sow my field again and to live until the crop comes. Because the hailstorm, he wrote to God on the envelope. Put the letter inside, and still troubled, went to town at the post office. He placed a stamp on the letter and dropped it into the mailing box.
Very good.
I have a question. Why did they specify, even though he worked in the fields,
Uh,
how can he?
So,
Why did
see, this story, if you consider a little older, he was like this poor farmer who worked in his farm alone, but in spite of that, he knew how to read and write.
So basically,
He was educated. So therefore, they have said that he was ox of a man. So usually we say no, that the one who works so much and who looks rugged does not know to read and write. But that was not the case with him. He used to work in the farm. He would work with his hands, but at the same time he could also read and write. So he wrote a letter to God. He went to the town, posted it. He dropped it into the mailbox. Let's see what happens next. One of the employees
who was postman and also helped at the post office, went to his boss, laughing heartily, and showed him the letter to God. Never in his career as a postman had he made that difference. The postmaster, a fat,
amiable fellow,
also broke out laughing, but also immediately he turned serious and tapping the letter on his desk, commented, "What faith! I wish I had the faith of the man who wrote this letter, starting our correspondence with God." So, in order not to shake the writer's faith in God, the postmaster came up with an idea, answered the letter, but when he opened it, it was evident that to answer it, he needed something more than word,
goodwill.
ink and paper. But he stuck to his resolution. He asked for money from his employees. He himself gave part of his salary, and several friends of his were
Oblige.
to give something for an act of charity. It was impossible for him to gather together the 100 pesos, so he was able to send the farmer only a little more than enough. He put the money in an envelope addressed to Lencho and with it a letter containing only a single word as a signature. God.
Okay. So he put the letter in the mailbox. Who collected it? The postman. The postman collected it. He was very surprised when he read the address to God. In his entire career, nobody had ever posted a letter to God. So he got this letter, he started laughing, got this letter, showed it to everyone, showed it to the postmaster. Now, the postmaster also broke out laughing, but then he suddenly became serious. Why did he become serious?
Because he realized. No, because he realized.
Yes. So he thought that he was very amused, surprised by the faith the person had in God. And he didn't want this person to lose faith in God. And therefore he said, let's open it. He thought he must have written his problems to God. Let's reply to him. So, when he opened the letter, he realized they need more than just writing a letter back. They needed how much? They needed 100 pesos. He still went ahead. He gave part of his salary. He asked his employees to pay some money. He asked his friends to contribute. And yet they couldn't gather the whole 100 pesos. They gathered almost half of it and then decided to give the same amount to
How could they not gather 100 pesos? Like, compared to today's economy, what would be the money?
I have no clue. Pesos would
Sounds
be.
like- It sounds like pennies, right? It's pennies. How can that be a lot of money?
No, it won't be penny because they were saying, he says large penny and small,
5 and 10, yeah.
yeah, 5 and 10.
So
So
this is like
this-
dollars or
pesos, what currency is pesos?
It's American Latin.
कौन सी country की है?
South American?
Pennies are.
Currency of several Latin American countries.
Yeah.
Latin American countries. Yeah. So either Brazil or
Dollar works. But like it is something.
yeah. So this must be, I think, Brazil pesos.
Yeah.
So it depends. If you talk about 100 rupees, in today it is little, but if you talk about some 100 years back, 100 rupees was a big number, big amount. So therefore, we don't know when the story was written. The story is definitely pretty old. So 100 pesos that time probably was $100 today is also a big amount.
Yeah.
Nobody will just remove $100. A postmaster will not be able to collect $100 because you're giving to random people. How much will each employee give? $10, $5, that's all. For a random person. Why will they remove it and give $50? So therefore he couldn't gather 100 pesos. But whatever they gathered, they collected the amount, put it in the envelope and just wrote God. The following Sunday, Lencho came a bit earlier than usual to ask if there was a letter for him. It was the postman himself who handed the letter to him, while the postmaster, experiencing the contentment of a man who has performed a good deed, looked on from his office. So the postman gave him the letter. The postmaster was very happy that he has done a good deed. Read. Lencho showed
Lencho showed not the slightest surprise
on seeing the money.
On seeing the money. That was his confidence, but he became angry when he counted the money. God could not have made a mistake, nor could he have given Lencho what he had requested. Immediately, Lencho went up to the window to ask for paper and ink. On the public writing table, he started to write with much wrinkling on his brow, caused by other effort he had to make to express his ideas. When he finished, he went to the window to buy a pen, which he lit and then affixed to the envelope with the blow of his face. The moment the letter fell into the mailbox, the postmaster went to open it and said, God, of the money that I asked, for only 17 pesos each. Send me the rest since I need it very much. But don't send it
To the mailbox.
Don't send it to me through the mail.
Mail because the post office employs a bunch of goods. Like
How nice of them.
Yeah.
Inspiration.
I somehow like the story.
This is
That
very
how
good.
sometimes a good gesture just, I would say, backfires, but goes unrecognized totally. That's what it is. Sometimes it happens. See, it can happen. You are actually helping your friend do something good, and the teacher sees, and instead of, and you get scolded. You're not doing anything wrong. You were not doing anything wrong. You were just helping him. And that happens many times. Yeah, it does, right? You don't think nobody helps each other?
No, but like no one yells at.
दोन मिनिट पाठव.
ओके त्याला हे पुस्तक पण नाही मिळालं.
No one would yell at you for helping someone else. I've never been yelled at.
Sorry?
No one would yell at you for
How will the teacher know that you're helping? See, many times they say that when the teacher explains the sum or teacher explains something, your partner does not understand. And you're actually trying to explain, you're helping her understand how to solve it. And teacher sees you talking and scolds you, saying, why are you talking? Not paying attention.
problem.
But it is the postmaster's mistake now, because what he did, he thought of making himself the god and writing the letter. Rather, what he would have done is he told it like, I am a person who is sent by the god to help you over here. I can help only this much to you, rather than.
But he did
The
not
first
want
thought was to keep his faith
faith
alive.
alive.
That was the first
He would have
thought.
said, "Na ki I am a man sent by the god to help you right now."
I don't think that would help. That would register in Lencho's head as God helping him. Because over
You
here,
can see the face
because over here, Lencho did not even understand.
Story.
That is how you discuss literatures.
So,
But the letter would write now that
See,
I am able to send 17 pesos.
I agree with the postmaster over here.
see, the postmaster was trying to be good. He never realized that this would be his reaction. Nobody had ever wrote a letter to God.
Even
So,
sending
Can the
By-
postmaster
yeah.
foresee what happens?
We can write a letter, na? I'm just able to send.
The God saying that, oh, I'm not able
That
to,
would
I don't have
shatter
100
his
rupees. See, come on. So he didn't realize it. See, the postmaster thought that whatever you get for free of cost,
What happened to your nice ringtone?
yeah, that is to scare the children
You
off.
can't
So,
betray us like that.
hello. In the class.
Mom, please change your ringtone. I missed it already.
No, that ringtone is there.
Yeah, please
But
change
this
it.
is
No.
specially for someone, so it's a different one. So the postmaster, he never thought that this would backfire this way.
But he's like in short making a fool of Rancho. Rancho is being a fool in this moment. He is thinking that God would really.
What made you believe Lencho is smart in himself? What
See, Lencho-
This would have made his faith on alive, and even not making.
Can the postmaster foresee the future? That's the question. He cannot see the future. He did
But
not know
it's
Lencho
like
would
he's
react like
thinking
this.
that he himself is the God.
No, he's not thinking.
God.
He's just thinking that, okay, Lencho, he has written a letter to God, and let's say that God has sent money. They never thought that he will come and ask for more money again and again.
I thought Anurag was problematic.
So, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, but this shows that they seeing this, we know how faith Lencho had in God.
Yeah.
So the same way, like if he would have written the thing I said, na ki I am a man sent by the God.
Then he would have fought with him that God had sent you. Why are you not giving me the full amount? Where will he bring the money?
Can he see the future is the question. Can he see the future? Can the postmaster see the future?
I'm
उसको
not
पता होगा
talking
वो
about
क्यों
the
डेटा
future.
पैसे
I'm not talking about the future.
हाँ
What happened in
तो
the future.
he thought he's just helping Lencho. Why are you making it a big deal? He's just helping Lencho.
But it was not about the future, I said.
Exactly,
No.
but you're trying to make an assumption that he should have done something which is the result he found out after the event happened. So how are you supposed to make him
I
calculate
said
that?
in this story, it seemed like he is thinking himself to be the God.
to be the god and helping the Lencho.
Kuch bhi.
No, he's not thinking of him as God.
But
He's
writing a
just
letter
trying
on behalf
to.
of God is
Yeah, he's just trying to help him. उसने God को letter लिखा. He just wants to keep his faith. And okay, we have so much faith, then let's all of us.
Yeah.
It is like they're trying a good gesture. It's a very, very kind gesture on their part. भाई किसी को मदद की जरूरत है. He has asked for money. Let's all chip in and give whatever we can. And let's give it in the name of God. They tried to do it anonymously. They helped him anonymously. They did not know it. We have collected, take this. See, probably that Lencho wouldn't have liked that. Lencho did not want money
Charity. Did not want
from
charity.
charity from others. So they tried to do things anonymous.
I believe.
And that's how therefore they wrote God. They, किसी का भी नाम न जाए.
Lencho could have asked the help from people, but he chose to ask the help from God. Maybe because he was a man of dignity, and also because he was blindsided by the idea that if God had destroyed his crops, he would be the one to fix his losses.
Probably. Okay, let's do these questions. What did Lencho hope for?
Well,
We are on page
okay,
Fine.
not it. What did Lencho hope for? Lencho hoped for good rain this year so that his crop would
Yeah, good
grow
harvest.
current.
good rain and good harvest. What did Lencho say the raindrops were like? Why did Lencho say good raindrops were like new coins?
Lencho said that the raindrops are like new coins because the more it rains, the better harvest he gets.
Yeah, and the better the harvest, the better the earnings. How did the rain change?
The
rain changed to hailstone.
Hailstorm. Okay. What happened to Lencho's
they were completely destroyed.
They were completely destroyed. Not a crop was not. There was not a single corn or flower left on the field. What were Lencho's feelings when the hail stopped?
Lencho was filled with sorrow and sadness, and he believed that if locusts had taken over his field, they would still leave him more than what they needed.
Yeah. So he was filled with sadness. And
Hopeless.
He was not
Okay.
hopeless.
Initially he was hopeless.
1% hope was there.
No.
okay. He was filled with sadness is the line in the lesson.
Lencho story.
Who or what did Lencho
God.
have faith in?
And he had to write a letter to the God asking for 100
Okay, good. Who read the letter?
Postmaster and the postman read the letter.
No, the postmaster. The postmaster read the letter.
No, the postman read it, then the postmaster, and both of them were laughing.
Postman read the address.
Yeah.
What year?
Who read
The postmaster.
And why were they laughing?
What did the postmaster do then?
The
postmaster was,
collected,
No, he initially laughed and then he realized that this man has great faith and decided to give him the money, collect the money and give it to Lencho.
Okay. So in order to keep Lencho's faith in God, postmaster decided to help him.
to reply.
And he asked his employees to contribute. He also asked his friends to contribute, and he himself gave part of his salary. For this answer, you will write all this. Okay. Was Lencho surprised to find a letter?
He was not.
He was not. He was in fact expecting. Yeah, he was expecting a letter from God. What made him angry?
Was
The
Lencho.
peso, half money which
Probably.
God gave to him.
Sorry,
The half money which was
The
given.
letter
70 pesos.
More
So
than
what made him angry? The thought that
The postman had taken
The
his
post-
money, his share of money.
people in the post office were a bunch of crooks who must have taken this.
yeah, the thought that the people in the post office were a bunch of crooks who took part of his money sent by the God. Okay. I hope you're paying attention and not on your phone. No, no. Okay, just asking. Okay, do you have this book?
Yes.
You all? Volume 2.
Yes.
What is it? What is it?
Yeah, what is that? But then in today's society, those people will be heavily misused by frauds and people looking. People with such blind faith can easily be manipulated in today's world. I don't think a lot of people like that exist. The ones that exist have been destroyed.
Quite possible, yes.
70.
Footprints without feet. Okay, let's finish this first. I'll give you my book. You write the answers in the only यहाँ पे options लिखना है. Okay. Come to page 8. Come to page 8. Volume 2. Come to page 8.
Yes.
And you have page 8 and 9. You have many multiple choice questions. So go through the multiple choice questions and put a tick against the correct answer.
मेरे पास और है.
One answer you can choose. One more
You
please.
I have another one. Congratulations. I have two more.
Store in your pouch. Your pouches.
I have two more.
You carry this, okay? Because we all these objectives we will do in this only class, and few answers we will write in the shop. Okay?
Sharpness be engineer.
कौन सा गलत है? That is not true. So see यहाँ पे option दिए हुए हैं. 1, 2, 3. Which are
Where is the
not?
supplementary? Volume to page number 8 खोल के solve कर लो. Second volume open.
They have this assignments. Footprints without body, no? Question of trans.
No.
We have assignments.
Once again, you make the matter 60. Can you wait for a minute?
It's very
and it asks you.
400 pesos versus 70 pesos.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, there are only the
Mom, the third MCQ, I don't understand the meaning of the third word in the option.
Nadir
Nadir.
means not talk.
Okay, thank you for the answer.
what?
It is not.
Which word
Is not. These are the answers. And I don't know the meaning of this. How can I say?
Every bit.
Well, thanks for the answer. What is the meaning of indolence?
Look.
What is the meaning of indolence?
indolent?
Mom,
Indolent
autism.
Indolent is, I would say, not very smart or
Someone who's not very invested in something.
yeah.
More than this.
Now, I'm giving you time period. Huh? It's
We are skipping the one we have to write. Please, I don't want to write one answer.
Based on the detail of the house location, design and surrounding. That we will discuss. Something that we have to write, and I'll give you the questions. कौन सा गलत है बोलो यहाँ पे लिखा है first, second, third, first, fourth, seventh. That is wrong.
That is what will be recalled by.
So D, option D. No, which word does not correspond to? Which word does best not correspond to?
Not true, not true.
Also, this is not true. Because these guys are ready to listen to me.
Okay, now then.
नहीं वो हम लोग ऐसे orally discuss करेंगे वो बाद में Why don't you write the answers in the notebook? You understand and you write your own answers. Only the options. Both 8 and 9.
8 and 9.
Sorry.
8, 9, 10.
पूरा हो गया
Page number और 10 तक कर दिया.
Okay. Well, let's wait for others to finish.
There are some questions which we need to write in.
Okay. We'll do that
Why?
later.
Why? Can we take that as homework? Please, I do my homework, please. No, I don't want to write anything. I'll shed a few tears, please.
Boys, पीछे हो गया? You just have to put it straight.
If you don't have to do it is not right. You are giving it 10,000.
Your friend has it counted.
My friends have it counted. Girls. Any of the female species are not there.
There are more girls in English?
Yeah. I was surprised too.
For English?
Just 3.
कोई तो है ना पिछली बार मैं क्लास में अकेली बैठी रही थी
नहीं, there was one girl who had come.
There was Siddhi last year, but no. There was Naisha,
Yeah.
and there is one more, Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah never came last time also.
Sarah she's like Siddhi.
Is it?
Yeah, she's
Siddhi's sister?
No, Siddhi's sister also है.
Oh,
वो तो तब है.
so. Done? Done?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you. Let's give him 5 minutes.
Yes. As long as I don't have to write anything.
You will have to write.
Please.
You have to write.
After this, you will.
पेन चाहिए मेरे को बहुत सारे पेन.
Yes. After break. After break.
After break. थक गए इतने में ही?
एक जेल भी है जो जेल से लिखता है वो बोलो.
मुझे दो.
हाँ. दो यार. जेल किसको चाहिए?
मुझे ले आ पाएंगे.
जेल पकड़ो. Okay, there's one more.
Ball है.
Ball. White line highlighter select.
Hello, he's trying to do it. He's trying to solve the questions. Give him 5 minutes.
Ding ding ding.
I got one thing.
Yes.
Basically, this is not your thing.
Done? In the meantime, we'll check. Come on, first question. We check from the. You check from there. I'm taking yours.
Yeah, sure.
You
You haven't nails done.
Wow.
And
After you pointed out.
no, no, you took it again. Let's go first.
No. Shh. Let's discuss the answers.
What was left of emotion while looking
What
for
is his
a
name?
job?
Daksh.
I consider uncle Nilesh.
I'm Indian army.
Excuse me, can you please keep your words with you rather than speaking them out?
Anyway, flabbergasted.
Hello. Yeah.
What was left of emotion while looking at the sky? Optimization.
Optimism. Yes. Optimism. Optimization is different. Optimism. He was optimistic. So.
I just made it my best guess to be optimistic. But then there is nothing particular mentioned about his emotions. So how are we supposed to assume?
He was optimist that there will be good rain.
Expecting.
Yeah, he was expecting. That there will be, yeah, there will be better harvest. So, yes, partner. Tanish.
The option that lists the set of statements that are not true according to the given. You have to read.
No, read the answer.
Option.
Option.
D.
That is which line?
2,
5,
2, 4, 5, and 6. Perfect. Yes.
Which word does rest not respond to? Great.
Huh?
C. Option C.
Option D.
Wrong.
Option C. Option C na?
Wrong.
Wrong.
D.
You are talking from back.
Option D. Ridge.
And those answers should be Nadir. I heard your answer and I wrote it.
Option C.
मैंने भी सीखा है.
Because answer C would be
Okay, explain क्या था
right.
word. जो
What is
not
Nadir?
on top है.
Yes. And you trusted
I
me.
I trusted you.
So kind of you, but not kind of me.
Can't we just look it up here and see here?
पीछे क्या दिया? पीछे क्या पता?
इसको पता है नहीं लोग
पीछे आंसर नहीं है इंग्लिश में. तो इंग्लिश में बोल का आंसर नहीं है. Last time we did not have answers on our English module. It's his answer.
Okay. C is the correct
Answer C is there.
You're the best.
It does not correspond. It does not correspond means it does not relate to.
What?
Gee.
And next also I see.
One minute. You want to give the answer? Next answer.
The call was totally
Okay, 1 minute. Nadir, the meaning is the worst moment of a particular situation.
So the lowest level.
C.
See, it does not correspond with the crest.
Press and stop.
Thank you.
See, it is said the house, the only one in the entire valley, sat on the crest of a low hill. That means on top of the low hill.
The peak is top.
So,
Peak is totally.
yeah, so peak means top,
Even top.
top means top, ridge, sloping part, but then somewhere sloping on top. Nadir is something which does not, yeah, lowest moment of some experience. So, does not correspond. The con was totally, I'll have to put you somewhere else now, Daksh. Yeah.
The call was totally destroyed. Choose the option that suggests What destroy the crops? 2 and 3. Hailstorm and
Birds?
heavy
Yes.
Okay.
I think I know the answers.
birds.
Okay. Next.
Lencho's soul was filled with sadness. Why was his soul filled with sadness? Option A.
He had lost all his crops to the hailstorm. That's right.
Yes.
Why did Lencho compare the effect of the storm with plague of locusts? That we will. Why did he compare?
Probably because he's.
Well, because
Right.
a crop
मेरा
has
बोल
no,
नहीं
no.
मत दो. You किसी lecture में बोल पास.
Lencho compared the effects of novel plague of locusts because he explained that the plague of locusts will leave him more than what the storm
Left for him. Okay. Why did Lencho compare the effect of the storm? Because the plague of locusts ends up destroying the plague of locust, destroys the or causes huge destruction to crops. Plague of locust causes huge destruction to crop. But the destruction caused by the hailstorm was much worse than the plague of locusts. Okay, there. Yeah. Next answer.
they had to go hungry this year because they had nothing to survive on the crop was destroyed.
Very good. How did Lencho feel? Oh, he has to answer. Sorry.
Alright.
Yeah.
नहीं मैं bench पे लिखती हूँ और bench पे किसी वाली में नहीं तो मैंने वो blue वाली चलाई होगी. You should उस मेरी pencils पे indent करना है bench पे.
Is that what we are discussing? Let him answer.
How did Lencho feel when he counted the money? He was not pleased.
He was enraged. He was enraged.
He was
Angry.
He was
He was angry.
Okay. He was angry. Okay. Next.
Now can I answer? Thank you so much. Choose the option that lists the set of statements that are not true according to the given extract. The statements are 1, 3, and 4. Lencho was very laid back in his duties. Lencho was extremely ecstatic to see the amount. Lencho was not a diligent farmer. They are false. Thank you so much.
Tanishk. Next answer.
Which word does not correspond to accept?
Accept.
This was easy.
Accept.
Sentence formation is also
Which
sentence
But
formation.
but he became angry when he counted the money.
you pay attention in the lecture.
Okay. It is really getting. Okay. The first question.
Can I read out the question
These
now?
truly did resolve new silver. Sorry. These truly did resemble new silver coins. What resembled new silver coins?
Raindrops. Hailstone.
Hailstone.
No.
See,
Yes,
see.
silver coins.
Silver.
Silver coins
It was raindrops like compared to money, right?
No, you compare the money to the 10 cents and 5 cents to the smaller ones.
Yeah. And then it started hailstones. These truly resemble. These truly did resemble new silver coins. And when they started falling for a very long time,
That's when he compared them to salt. Pay attention to your sentence formation. Just like a good advice. Pay attention.
pick the option that is incorrect with respect to the word expose.
Mask.
Mask. How do you pronounce it? The last few syllables. Mask. Mask. Right.
Who are the boys in the
His son.
extract? Lencho's son.
Wow, मेरे पास book नहीं है. What is that sound?
Okay.
How pathetic.
The postmaster opened the letter expecting it to
Show his happiness.
Expecting him to
A and B. Being full of thanks to God and show his happiness. A and B. Lencho's letter included
Being blamed for being looted.
Yes, his letter that he gave to the postmaster, according to the extract, that's us. But what he gave.
Oh yes.
Pay attention, Veda.
Oh yes, very.
Pay attention. I will.
Pick the most suitable quote for this extract.
True
True generosity means accepting ingratitude.
Coco channels.
Coco Chanel. You know the Chanel brand versus
Very expensive.
Then another after the we talk of Gianni Trani. It says about the one
We only
person
have
who
Coco Chanel
in
का
India about 3,48,000.
okay.
After that, the David John's
Good, you have the whole list. Take this 1 minute, 1 minute. I'll ask the questions
and
now.
after that there comes the Paris bag.
Now, where was Lencho's house?
In the wheat
In the middle of the
valley of how
I'm can be referred to the text.
Yeah, of course. Please open the textbook
on top of a low hill.
on top of a low hill. I'll ask the questions. You can refer to the textbook and answer. Okay? What could one see from his house?
One would be the river and the field of rice pond dotted with flowers from the height of which
look like
Very good, very good. I'll do one thing. You read these answers. Question and answers on page 10 and 11. Page 10, 11 and 12. The questions are given on page 10, 11 and 12. The answers are also there. Read the answers, question, answers, and then you have to close the book and then I'll ask. Okay? Yeah, you can, as long as it is correct. Yes, of course. Yeah. Yeah, break, 5 minutes break. Go wherever you want to go.
Can we leave the building? Because I want to go home.
You want to go home?
Yeah.
You're tired?
No.
Bored?
No, I just like home. Sorry, I prefer it.
That's very bad, very bad. Focus on it.
You focus on your sentence structure, man.
I will.
Structure.
As long as we understand whatever he speaks.
Yes.
No, that's not the purpose of language.
Ma'am is with you. Okay?
You cannot betray me.
Am I?
Really made it 15 minutes.
2 मिनट वापस इधर ही बैठना है मेरा जल्दी हो रहा है प्लीज
Are we okay? One round, only one. That's your problem. And bus, you remember?
go
Don't be sad. I will here. I will not tell.
What happened?
Voice just talk about bag India में per on the iconic French brand recently printed leather bag on the screen and its price started to like 80,000 rupees. यहाँ पे मैम जेन चानी नाम आता है उसके बाद उसका ज़ारा आता है मैम इसके नीचे एक्चुअली मैम वहाँ पे लूज विटॉन और जितने ब्रांडेड बैग्स थे वो केस हो गया था क्योंकि सब एनिमल्स को मार के इन लोगों ने जो एक्सट्रैक्ट करते थे आफ्टर दैट सेक्शन आई थिंक 500 एंड कुछ ऐसा गवर्नमेंट ऑफ यूएस ने निकाला था कि जितने ब्रांडेड बैग्स रहेंगे वो